Introducing the 7-inch APEX DDU. True to real-life scale DDU to date, DSS SIM Racing Innovations brings you yet another design to set you apart from the crowd. Assembled by hand, rigorously tested using the highest printing and assembly standards. We make everything in-house and we make it with care. No corners are cut. We also make 4-inch, 5-inch DDUs as well as lap timers and race flag. You won't stop racing and we won't stop innovating. That's a promise. The following tutorial will work for all of my Vocor enabled devices and it's pretty easy to use. First thing you will see is the dashboard page up here in the upper left hand corner. We click here and as we scroll you can see all your games, and up at the top you can see all the devices. Now I might have vibration motors, bass shakers, etc. But I also have, of course, Vocor screens. Yours won't have anything here. So to add a new device, go up here to the plus sign and click on it, add device. As you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you find the word Vocor. We click on it and enable it. And now we will move on to devices. Again, because I have two, not to confuse any of you, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we will pretend it's only the first one. Starting at the top, I like to lower the brightness. As you see, if you buy any of my devices, if you run them at a full 100% brightness, they actually become a little bit too bright. So I found out that anywhere around 20% is more than sufficient. If you have multiple devices, you should say connect to a specific screen. As I said before, I have multiple devices that I sell, and many of my customers run multiple devices at once. So in that case, you'd have to connect to a specific screen so that SimHub knows where to send the information. As you can see, this is a 7-inch screen that's plugged in right now, so I could choose that. But more than likely, you only have one. So do not click connect to specific device because you only have one screen. We click on screen settings and rotation. A lot of people go over this too fast and they miss out. If you go here, you make sure to leave it on landscape because that is how my dashboards and my screens are oriented. At the display refresh rate at the top, you leave it on maximum, which is 30. Enable dithering, but do not enable partial draws. Contrast is always good, but definitely enable touchscreen. A couple of customers have called back and said, my screen's not working, I keep tapping on it, nothing's happening. This is inside settings, you must enable it. Sometimes it is not enabled by itself. Simplified touch mode or advanced touch mode. I like to leave it on simplified. Most of our dashboards are just next page clickable items, so that's just a tap of the finger. And we say okay, and that's fine. Main dashboard. This is the dashboard you want to use when you're racing. Now I have a million of them that I really like, but lately I have to give a shout out to Lovely Dashboards. Their stuff is just exquisite. The graphic design is extremely intelligent and the information that it shows is so easy to read when racing. So I highly recommend Lovely Dashboard and Full Pace Sim Racing for our Race Logic dashboard. So that is the main dashboard. Next to it, it's the idle behavior. So what happens to your screen when you're not playing but the computer's on? To be honest with you, mine is on idle dash behavior with Lovely Dashboard because I test all of the screens that I send you guys at least 4 times. So I need something to be displayed. That's why I always choose something here. For you guys, I would highly suggest power off. When the screen is not being used and you're not playing a game but the computer's running, why run it? So I would suggest idle behavior. And moving down from there, you can start to set specific screens for Assetto Corsa Competizione and perhaps other games. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not as up to speed on what's happening here, but it appears that if you are doing Assetto Corsa Competizione, you can actually tell it which specific dashboard you want to run. And that's pretty much it. That's how simple it is. Again, if you have multiple of my devices, you would go on to the next one, and you definitely want to connect to a specific screen and just keep searching through the numbers until you find the right screen. I think that's pretty easy. All right, boys, happy racing, set good lap times, and let me know if I can do anything. If you have any questions, please leave them down below.